back to another live workout with the Physio Shop. Today we got Georgia performing the workout and I'll be walking her through it. Today we'll need 2 dumbbells or moderate weight because we're going to be doing some dumbbell flies. So if you got soup cans or Nalgene's, I think would be perfect. Georgia has, what do we got here, 10 pounds, which is going to be pretty challenging for a minute.
Yes,
so I think more 5 to 8 range would be perfect. And then we also have a jump rope for our cardio round, but if you don't have a jump rope, don't worry about it. You can always pretend or we can modify it as well. But before we get going with the workout, Georgia's going to lead us through a little warm-up, so I'll let her kick that away.
Yeah. The last couple warm-ups I've done have been things that I've done, dynamic warm-ups before runs, so this time I'm going to go back to the hip flow. So we'll start by rolling our neck side to side, or head, I should say. And remember with this hip flow, it's going to be 6 each side. And that goes for most of the moves that we're going to do for the hip flow. Except I may lose count, so it'll be about 6 of everything. So now we're going to roll the shoulders backwards. Nice, big, slow movements. Good. 6 of these. Now I'm going to put my hands on my hips. I'm going to step my feet out a little bit wider than my shoulders. Keeping my head still, I'm going to trace 6 circles. It can be hard but to keep that head still, but what we don't want is that head to move around like that. Go ahead and switch. Good. All right. And now we're going to do some tall reaches. So feet can go back where they were. And we're just going to press fingertips up to the sky and back down. If you can, get up on the balls of the feet. That way we can really push through the calves and get a nice solid reach in. All right, last one. All right, so now we're going to go down to the ground. If you have a mat, you can use it. And we're going to start off in a downward dog position. So we're going to push back. Then we're going to come forward, feel a nice stretch in the chest there. Push back again. Come forward. Now on this one, we're going to pick our right foot up. So heel will come up and you can step it through to the hands. If you can only get it to about here, that's okay. You can pick that foot up and move it between the hands. I'm going to put my right hand on my right knee and press out. Nice stretch for the hip. We're going to do this 6 times. Good. Now I'm going to take my right elbow and drive it into my chest and then twist and reach the hand up to the ceiling. I always want to make sure that my eye stays on my hand. Good. Now leaving this right foot planted, I'm going to stand up. It may be hard to maintain balance here, so find your balance. I'm going to lunge towards that front foot, then twist and lunge over that back foot. So I'm rotating a nice 90 degrees here. We're going for 6 aside. Good. Now hands are going to go back down on either side of the foot, and that left hip is going to travel around and down. 6 of these, and then we'll be done with the movements on this side. Good. We'll go back to downward dog here. We'll do another 3 of these. And this time it's going to be that left foot that we pick up, step through to the hands, left hand to left knee, and we'll press out 6 times. Now that left elbow drives down as the right hand reaches up. Keeping that eyes on the hands. This is going to make it so that we actually get a nice full rotation when we do this. Now I'm going to leave my left foot planted, come up to my lunge position. If you notice, I do let that back foot pivot, which allows my body to twist and face the front. Hands back down where they were. Now I'm gonna drop that right hip down and around. Good. And we'll finish this off with 3 more downward dogs. If you have low back tightness and this position here is hard for you, what you can do is push back and then just come into a straight arm plank. That's fine too. Awesome. All right, hopefully you're feeling warmed up. We'll have Craig come out here and we'll start our workout.
Yeah, awesome job. All right, so today we're gonna start with a squat to lunge, and we're gonna be doing a couple different variations each round today. So, first one, Georgia will squat down, and then she's going to lunge to the side, and then come back to center, squat down again, and she's gonna lunge to the other side. So this is what we're gonna perform the first round, and then second round, let's go ahead and show them the different variation we'll do there. So again, a squat, and then she's gonna pivot about 90 degrees.
Just like in the hip flow.
Yep, just like in the hip flow, squatting down, keeping that back straight, and pushing those hips back. She's gonna alternate. And then third one, she's gonna squat. So this is the third round, and then do a reverse lunge, back to center, squat, alternating legs. All right. Then we have hip bridge marches. So she's gonna be on the ground, pushing through her heels. She's gonna raise her hips up, and she's gonna alternate, driving that knee up towards her chest. Nice and controlled, so it's not about speed or momentum here. It's a nice controlled movement. Third exercise, reach to toe tap. So she'll stay right there on the ground, seated, and get our core involved a little. She's gonna reach back and then forward between her legs. Switch arms, reaching to the left, then back to center, to the right, up towards center. All right. Fourth one, dumbbell reverse fly. So this is where Georgia's gonna grab her weight. This is where you guys can grab your water bottles, soup cans, whatnot. So, slight bend in the knees, hinged at the hips, back is straight. She's gonna take those weights and fly them out to the side. Slight bend in the elbow. And she's,
that's gonna be hard for a minute.
yep. Should really feel that between your shoulder blades. And then for our last exercise before we hit cardio is a kneel lunge jump. So kneeling down, that knee is gonna tap the ground, and then you're gonna explode up, driving that knee up, leaving the ground a little.
30 seconds a side. on
Yep,
that
we're
one.
gonna go 30 seconds each side. That's gonna get your heart rate up a little, and then we're gonna go right into our cardio round where we're gonna use our jump rope. All right?
All right.
So, we'll start in about 15 seconds here. So remember, we're going into the squat to lunge, and we're gonna start with a lateral lunge.
This would be a good one probably to add weight to if you want more of a challenge.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll do that round
2,
too.
1, begin. So squat, and then she's gonna lunge to the right, and then alternate to the left side. So as she performs that lateral lunge, she's keeping those hips back and that back straight. She has a nice rhythm going from the lateral lunge right into the squat, right into the opposite side. And like Georgia mentioned, this is a great one if you feel like this is a little easier, you want to really push yourself today. You can grab one of those weights, gallon of water, and you can hold that by your chest. Make it a lot harder. All right, less than 10 seconds. Feeling the burn, Georgia?
A little bit, yeah.
It's only round 1, so
That's right.
shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. All right,
Oh, I gotta
time.
finish evenly. Okay.
15-second break. Remember, we're going to be on the ground for those hip bridge marches. 5 seconds here. 2, 1, begin. So Georgia's keeping her hips up off the ground, nice flat back, so she's actually rotating her hips so that her back stays straight. And we should really feel this in our glutes.
you want, you can put something under your butt to make sure, keep yourself accountable to not lower those hips down.
Yep, exactly. A couch pillow, towel, you have something like that to just slide underneath there. I also find it helpful if I actually kind of take like my index finger and I kind of poke my glutes a little. Like it'll actually help get those activated a little more. If you're not quite feeling it in those glutes, if you're feeling it more in your hamstrings, just kind of poke your glutes a little, nice little touch, and that way send a little signal to your brain telling them to get activated. Almost there, 5 seconds. Stay nice and controlled. If you find yourself going a little too quick, just slow it down a little. All right, time. So you're gonna stay there on the ground. Remember, we're going with the reach to toe touch. So you're not actually touching your toes, you're more reaching in between them.
Like the V-sit in PE.
Yeah,
And they
like
have
a
that.
sit and reach almost. 2, 1, begin. So, sliding back and then reaching towards the center. Nice and controlled, so Georgia's not falling backwards. She's engaging that core, lowering down slowly, and using her core to lift herself back up as well. She's not pushing off of the ground with that arm.
Those dumbbells are right where I should be reaching. I didn't place that well. Thanks.
There you go. Awesome. Make sure you're switching sides and really reaching behind you and out to the side slightly. Almost there. And time.
I never did good on the V-sit.
All right. Next one is when you're going to grab your weight. We're doing the dumbbell reverse fly. So 2, 1, begin. Remember, we're doing this for a minute, so try to find a weight that's appropriate. I think George is really challenging herself with these 10-pound weights. But she's got really good form right now. You can tell she's got a slight bend in her knees here, hinging at the hips so that butt is just stuck back just a little, and her back is nice and straight. If I was to put my forearm here, there's no bend in it, and she has her head nice in line with her spine. And then she's really going to be feeling that right in between her shoulder blades. Over halfway. Remember to keep that slight bend in your elbows so your arms aren't completely locked out and straight. They have a nice little bend in them. We're almost there, 5 seconds. Get those last few reps in. And time.
That weight is too heavy for me. All right, good to know.
All right, kneeling lunge jump. So this one we're going 30 seconds on each side. This one should really get those glutes activated and much more explosive movement. So 2, 1, begin. Kneeling down, exploding up. Right down into the next one. And if you can't quite jump, you want a little less impact, feel free to just drive that knee up and come up into more of a calf raise. You don't actually need to leave the ground. All right, 5 seconds on this side left. And switch. Going right into it. Make sure you have that opposite arm, opposite knee driving up. Very controlled, so if you find yourself wobbling around, losing your balance a little, just slow it down a little. It'll still be challenging. And time. Whew. All right, going into our cardio now. So we're going 2 minutes of cardio. So first, George is going to grab her jump rope. All right, in 3, 2, 1, begin. And if you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend, just hop, pretend you're swinging something. Georgia's getting a little fancy. She's gonna go alternating, single legs. You can also substitute this. You can do line hops laterally, line hops forward and backwards are a good alternative, but pretty similar to jump roping. Get those calves burning. There we go. 15 seconds left, and then we're going to go into single leg skaters.
I don't remember the last time I jump roped.
Oh, you made me jump rope last week.
I did.
All right, time there. Going right into single leg skaters. So Georgia's hopping from one foot to the other. Nice and controlled. She's got a nice little rhythm just to keep that heart rate up. But every time she lands, she's getting her balance back and going into the next hop very controlled. So she's not going rapid fire, just enough to sustain the heart rate that she already has elevated from the jump rope. These are great if you want to take your shoes off. These are awesome to do barefoot. Just helps work all those little muscles in that foot, around the ankle, the lower leg.
If you can't do the jump, a step, a nice
Yep.
quick step is just fine.
Absolutely. If you want to make it a little harder as well, you can hop to one side and then do a single leg squat, tap the ground a little. Right to the next one. Here we go, 5 seconds left. And time. All right.
One and done.
Awesome.
Get some
End of
more.
round one, yep. 2-minute break.
All right. Got your water?
Back for round two. We'll start in 15 seconds. We're going into the squat with a 90-degree rotation. Okay? And of course, we got our trivia this
Of course.
round.
Of course.
Georgia's not gonna get any of them. All right.
Because you made it too
2,
easy last time.
1, begin.
And I got all of them.
Well, let's see. Let's see if you can.
Did you just
Get
choose really
these.
obscure stuff?
It's been getting harder and harder to find trivia questions. I'm getting a lot smarter though.
We're good at writing
Or learning
exercises.
a lot.
We're not good at writing trivia.
I feel like I'm getting better at the trivia part. All right, here we go. 1/3 of all fish sold in grocery stores and restaurants is blank.
A third?
A third. Sold in all restaurants and grocery stores.
I want to say it's some type of whitefish. Like tilapia? that even whitefish? I don't know.
Not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going for mislabeled.
That is a trick question. I did know that there are a lot of it's mislabeled, like especially
All right.
tuna. I gotta even it out. Okay. Especially tuna, right?
Going into bridge marches. Yes, especially tuna. Ready, 2, 1, begin. So this was a study done, I think, by NPR, and they found that about a third of all fish is mislabeled. So you're not actually buying tilapia, or you're not actually buying the white fish that you think you are. It's usually a lower level, lower grade fish.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty scary. But yeah, tuna I think was the highest mislabeled one.
Tuna. Or maybe
I think it was like 67% of the time you weren't actually buying tuna.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You have to talk to them at Sprouts, make sure.
All right. So you have to try. This isn't really a question, but you have to try it while you're exercising.
Okay.
Try to hum while plugging your nose.
No, I can't.
So
Sort of, but not.
technically, it's impossible to hum while you're plugging your nose. Time. The only way to do it possible is if you keep your mouth kind of open.
For those of you tuning in right now, this probably makes no sense.
But if you have your mouth completely closed and your nose plugged, you cannot hum. All right. Reach with toe touch. Ready? Begin. All right. Out of all the insects in the world, which one do you think has the longest lifespan?
Longest lifespan. I don't know why, but I want to think it's something underground.
I mean, I would, yeah. Most insects, well, I guess they live in like trees.
Yeah, I mean,
and
like
can fly,
obviously they're not like a fly. Is it in the U.S.?
Yep. I'd say they're worldwide.
Cockroaches.
Nope. That
Okay.
is one of the oldest insects, but not the longest living,
Huh.
lifespan wise.
Yeah, they would have had my vote. What is
Yeah.
it?
I mean, cockroaches have been around since the dinosaurs. But the longest living insect that we know of is a queen termite.
Oh, termites.
So they are estimated to live up to 100 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, 100-year lifespan.
Apparently,
All right,
eating houses is
2,
good for you.
1. So grabbing our,
Wait, I gotta get lighter.
gotta get lighter weights, but grabbing our dumbbells, we're going into the reverse flies. Ready, begin.
I don't want to drop these halfway through because they're too heavy.
So
There's
she
no
went down
shame.
from the 10
No
to
shame.
the 8.
And if you need to back down and wait, that is okay.
Ooh, okay. This is a good one. Kind of a trick question, so I'll let you.
They've all basically.
Yeah, okay. Who is the largest tire manufacturer in the world?
How is this a trick question?
Wait till you find out the answer.
Like the company name?
Yeah, company name. It's a major brand.
Firestone?
Nope. Any other
Is
guesses?
Michelin one? Or is
So
that-
yeah, Michelin is the tire brand. So I'll give you a little hint. It's not a car or automobile manufacturer
Oh. It's a-
or tire company.
Well, that's kind of just a terrible hint because now
Time.
it makes me know that I do not know the answer.
All right, so we're going into the kneel to lunge jump now. Remember, 30 seconds on each side. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So the largest tire manufacturer in the world is Lego,
Oh my
because
gosh.
they produce the little toy tires for all their
Okay,
pieces.
okay, hold up.
This is true. This is
Is it
true.
just
They're
based on
tires.
number of tires?
Number of tires produced.
See, I think the volume of the tires should count.
Well, well, I'm sure
That's
it'd
a
be
good
pretty
question.
close still, probably. And switching in 2, 1, switch sides. They produce 306 million tires per year.
Okay, that's a good one.
So, even still, I think that many tires might add up to.
No, to 4 tires. Alright.
Alright, 10 seconds left here, and then we're going into cardio. 2, 1, awesome. 15-second break, grab your jump rope. Alright, 3, 2, 1, begin. Alright, so, typing on a keyboard
Okay.
the proper way. So, you're only supposed to hit certain keys with your left hand, certain keys with your right hand.
I'm already gonna
right?
fail this question. Yes.
What's the largest word you can type with just your left hand?
Oh, you know what? I feel like I've been asked this question, and I have no clue. With just one hand?
With just your left hand.
Left
I'm
hand.
getting, the next question is what's the largest word you can type with your right hand? So
I have no clue.
just your left hand, you can type sweater dresses. That's
that
the
one
largest
word?
word. It's one word. Technically, if you want to get technical, there is supposed to be a hyphen,
Okay,
which
so
you have to reach with your right hand.
and that's crap.
So
I
then
don't buy it.
going over to your right hand, you can legally, following our rules, hit the hyphen. So you
Okay.
get a longer word. Alright, 1 minute. Going into the skaters again. Ready, begin. So with your right hand, the largest word you can type is the name of a European wildflower, which is Johnny Jump Up. Which has 2 hyphens in it. Johnny hyphen jump hyphen up.
I would not have guessed that if you gave me 1,000 years to guess.
Alright, I have it. Charles Darwin had this type of animal for a pet.
I want it to be an alligator.
No, it is like a
Lizard?
A lizard reptile.
Is it from the Galapagos?
Mm,
Is it an
I don't
iguana?
know. No,
I don't know.
it's a tortoise.
Oh.
So, Charles Darwin had a tortoise that lived until it was 176 years old.
Whoa.
So, he passed away in about 1890.
The turtle or Charles Darwin?
Charles Darwin,
Gotcha.
his turtle time didn't pass away until 2006.
Whoa.
Yeah, so outlived him by about 20 years or so.
Dang.
Yeah, pretty
Survival of the
crazy.
fittest.
His name was Harriet. All right, 2 minutes, and then we'll be back.
We're back.
No.
That was
Alright.
a sad joke.
Round 3, we'll start in 15 seconds. So, squat to lunge. We're going reverse lunge this time. Alright, so starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, begin. So, yesterday morning, I asked Judah some questions about the pyramids.
Oh.
So I got one
Egypt.
from Georgia today. So, where is the world's largest pyramid?
Gaza?
No.
I have no idea. I don't even know if that was
No.
remotely
The-
close.
the
Egypt.
great- No. Nope.
Really?
Really? So, the largest pyramid in the world is in Puebla, Mexico.
What?
Yeah. So it has a base that is 4 times larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. And it's the largest monument ever constructed in the world.
What's the name of it?
It is, what is the name?
Aha. I ask the questions now.
Yeah, okay. I didn't write down the name of it. I wrote down where it's located. Alright, 15 seconds going into the glute bridge marches. But it's partly buried in a mountain. So that's why it's not as well known for being the largest pyramid.
Is it buried or was it built into the mountain?
I read that it was buried. Alright, begin. Yeah, pretty crazy. But, and also I asked this to Judah yesterday, see if you know, did Cleopatra live closer to the time of the construction of the pyramids, the Great Pyramids, or to the moon landing?
The moon landing.
Yeah, by a lot.
Mm-hmm. Those things are old.
Yeah. Alright. What's the highest mountain in the world?
I don't know the name of it, but isn't the underground one? What's the name of it? Is that the one?
So I think you're getting ahead of yourself. You're overthinking it.
Are you thinking highest, like it reaches?
So the next question is going to be, what's the tallest?
Okay, the highest is Everest. The tallest is that one that's underwater. How about that?
All right, time. Next up, going into the reach to toe touch. So Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. It's 29,035 feet.
Right.
All right, and then there's a difference between highest and tallest. Ready, begin. The tallest mountain can be measured from the sea floor, from the base of the mountain to the top of it. So it's actually in the U.S. It's a Hawaiian island. It is Mount Mauna Kea.
Not the correct pronunciation.
Nope, that is not how you say it. But, so Everest is 29,000 feet, and this mountain is 33,500 feet.
Whoa.
But its summit is only 13,700 above sea level. Pretty crazy. And then I forget the name of it, but the highest or the furthest point from the center of Earth is a totally different mountain in like Ecuador or something.
Right.
Alright, about 3 seconds left here. Make sure you're alternating sides. And time. Going into dumbbell reverse fly, so grab your weight. I think Georgia grabbed 2 pounds this round.
I'm gonna grab 5.
She's like 10, 8, 5.
No shame, guys. No shame.
Alright. Next question. Alright, how many countries declared independence from the UK?
Whoa. 23.
Higher.
36.
Higher.
43.
Higher.
59.
Higher.
77.
Lower.
How many?
62. 62
Whoa.
countries declared independence from the UK. How many of those countries you think celebrate their independence?
I would say 90+%.
Oh, I don't know the percentage. I'm not that good at that right now. 48 of those 62 countries celebrate their independence from
Wow.
the UK. Yeah, pretty crazy.
That
I
is-
should comparatively look it up to some other countries, but
I'm so glad I took fives.
all right, time. All right, we're going into kneel lunge jumps. Starting in about 5 seconds. 2, 1, begin. We're gonna switch halfway. All right, what is the world's most printed book? And we'll include like updates and things like that. So like the dictionary, obviously there's a new version that comes out every year, but
So
we'll
that
just say
doesn't count?
that would count. That does
That
count. So
would count.
updated versions will count.
Is it Shakespeare?
Nope.
Is it the Bible?
Nope.
Is it?
Switch sides.
Hmm.
So it's produced
Would
by
I know
a
it?
furniture store.
Oh, that's boring. Is it some type of like manual? IKEA.
Yes.
Really?
The IKEA catalog.
Oh my gosh.
They print about, where is it? 200 million copies every year. Most printed book in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty
I
crazy.
guess-
More than the Bible.
I guess I wouldn't have like thought of that quite as a book.
Yeah,
like a
but that, I
manual,
mean,
but-
technically, by the definition, that's what they say. That's the record.
Huh, okay.
Yep, it's about, I think it was like 375 pages long, so
Jeez.
it's more than just your coffee table
Right.
kind of book. All right, ready? Grabbing that jump rope and begin. All right. Why is a Three Musketeers bar called a Three Musketeers bar?
Other than it's the name they chose?
Other than the name, there used to be a reason.
Is there like for 3 parts to it?
There is no longer 3 parts to it.
But was there 3 parts?
Yes. Prior
I'm on fire right now.
Prior to World War II, a Three Musketeers bar used to have 3 different breakable pieces, kind of like a Kit Kat. And it was a chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. But during World War II, they couldn't easily get the vanilla and the strawberry filling, so they went to just a chocolate
Well, they can now.
bar. But I guess it had so much success that they just stuck with it. But that's why it was
I want
Three
them to bring
Musketeers.
that back. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And time there. So, going right into it, begin.
Ah.
Alright. This is the last one I have written down. But, what is Maurice Ralph Hillman known for?
Is it a TV show?
No, he's like we'll call him like a scientist.
I have no clue.
So he,
What's his last name?
Hillman. You probably won't know who he is.
Okay.
Alright, so he developed 8 of the 14 vaccinations that we use today.
Whoa.
Like the regular vaccinations that you get as a child. So he developed the vaccination for measles, mumps, hepatitis A and B, chickenpox, meningitis, pneumonia, and can't read my handwriting. Hemophilia and influenza.
Dang, he was a busy dude.
Yeah. He also was the first one to discover that chlamydia was not a virus.
All right.
Yeah.
Successful guy. Thanks
Yeah,
for
great
tuning in.
workout. Hopefully you learned something, and we'll see you tomorrow.